questionable. David
Both running
Montgomery.
backs for the
David Montgomery had a what did he
interesting.
have?
Ribs?
He had a rib cartilage injury. Those are tough. Ribs are really tough to deal with. You can technically shoot those up, but that's something that you can get worse and worse and worse with. So he'll be another one of monitoring. I don't know if he's going to play. He's kind of 50-50, which is why it's the questionable mark on it. But he had a quad contusion. They're trying to give him 25, 30 carries a game. He had the rib injury. So I think if the Lions are serious about making a run, I think they kind of ease off him a little bit. And I think they give him rest this week. Craig Reynolds looks good. They love him in like Hard Knocks. He was a star. They loved him over there. He was on the edge for Final Cuts and was like, we just can't do it. We love this guy too much. So I could see Craig Reynolds getting some burn through there. But David Montgomery's going to be, if he doesn't practice, he's not playing. So I would monitor, and then by Friday, you'll kind of know what's going on. Jimmy G had a back thing, but then he got sent to the hospital for further testing. Usually that means for any rib back area is internal organ damage.
Oh, fuck.
So my assuming from that is they sent him to the hospital to get a CT scan or imaging done that would rule in or out certain internal bleeding.
Mm-hmm.
So, because he was kind of thrown around, I think he tried to get back in the game. I think he finished the drive off actually, and then he took him out from that, and he got worried. So I don't know if he felt something or is getting referred pain or what, but they didn't come out saying conclusively whether he did or didn't. They just said he dodged a bullet, which means I'm assuming liver's fine, which would be the big one if that burst. So I'm assuming liver's fine, maybe kidney, spleen. I don't know if he has bruises on those. So that one's going to be, again, 50-50. You just don't know from the reports. They're being really close to chest about it, which, I mean, you should be. But this should give the Raiders a full week, so they should be going to Aiden O'Connell. If they give him the full week of practice, he should be suiting out, and we'll kind of see what Jimmy does. Next one's going to be Miles Sanders. He had a weird phantom shoulder that came up. He was dealing with a quad strain, and then last week he had some sort of, like on Wednesday it popped up. He had like a shoulder injury. So I don't know what's going on with him, but he missed the game for it. There again, usually running backs don't miss more than a couple weeks for a shoulder injury. One, you can inject them a lot easier. If it's specifically shoulder and not like nerve related, then he should kind of be okay with it too. They haven't said anything about it being a separation, whether it being a bruise, whether it's rotator cuff, whether it's soft tissue, whether it's muscle, like what's going on with it. So they're not really saying much. They just say he's out with a shoulder injury. So I'm not too sure, but with the way the Panthers are looking now, I wouldn't be surprised if they just sit him. They spent a hefty penny on him in the offseason, so I wouldn't be surprised if they sit him for a little bit.